Good morning, Mr. Ringer. Don't you look very doing good? You don't look like you're so tweaked out and sick. See, you've gotten your life back on track. That's good. Wipe the sleepies out of your eyes. Check your nose. Check your teeth. You know, that skit that you did this morning was kind of funny. You think you could hear it again? Think you could do it again? I probably can do it again. Hold on. I'm searching for my lighter. But while I'm searching for my lighter, I'm gonna grab my earbuds. And I'm gonna grab my bus pass. Kind of get myself collected this morning and my stuff in order. Found it. When I post little workout routines that kids can follow along with lighter weight sets and stuff on my YouTube, I'm smoking a cigar, I'm gonna light it up. But there's going to be also, there should be also adult content, somewhere along the lines. Whether I put it in a separate folder or even if I start another YouTube channel about it. Things I've been through in my life I have to delegate between that stuff, the right way. Checked on something. The other night when I did the fishing story, I was on the walk, but let's run through that fishing story again, because I like it. So this one time in Milan, Illinois, right on the verge of Milan, Illinois and Rock Island, Illinois, there's a power plant right by the bridge. It's the dam there in Milan. And so there's a train bridge on the other side of the street bridge, on the back side of the power plant. And we walked across this train bridge and we jumped down to probably about the third or fourth pillar. And we sat there and we started fishing. I had my favorite fishing pole with me and the boy. I think the ex-old lady might have been with us. I don't think my daughter was down there at the time, because around that time, I don't know if I would have wanted to have her out there like that unless there was going to be more adults there. So she might have stayed with Grandma and Grandpa. But we were fishing for a little period of time, and my favorite fishing pole, it got nailed, and it got yanked off into the water. And it was choppy water. Not really wavy, not really big wave water, but choppy water, because the rollers from the dam churned that water up pretty intensified. The water from the dam rollers. So I get my other pole out there and I get it set up. Me and the boy are fishing. We might have got a couple channel cats, because I believe if I remember right, we were using either GNS stink bait or Sonny's dip bait. Sonny's blood dip bait, catfish dip bait. So usually that bait has a tendency to pull in, a pan-sized channel cat pretty consistently. But anyway, some time goes by and got another bite. And a pretty decent sized bite. I figured it would have been a decent sized catfish. I don't only fish for catfish, I fish for bass and crappie and bluegill and stuff. All fish, kind of. But so you'd think I would have braced that other fishing pole, being out there on that train pillar like that. I didn't. It almost goes in the water. And I snatch it up and I'm reeling in, and it feels like a decent fish, and I'm happy about it, and I get it in. And I ended up catching my other fishing pole. And this water, it's got to be, the rollers for the dam are at least 15 feet. So this water's got to be in that area between 20 and 30 feet deep in some spots. So I don't know what the odds are to that for me to catch my other fishing pole with the way it churns the water. I figured it got into the current and it was gone. But I ended up catching my Berkley 6.6 rod back. I think it had an Abu Garcia reel on it. But I kept that fishing pole around after that for a while. Can't remember where it ended up going to because I moved around quite a bit. But there's a little morning fishing story from me. Mr. Brandon, don't call me by my middle name, William, unless you have to. Ringer. In my normal voice, kind of in a calm atmospheric place, to emphasize that it's okay to do the skits and the voiceovers and stuff, like on my walk to my gym this morning that I work out at to grab my mod box, which I'm periodically checking on because it's charging up. And I keep getting these emotions to want to slow down on the nicotine. So forgive me for the cigar this morning. Also, thank you, Mom, for the coffee and the cigar and stuff this morning. But to emphasize on this fishing story, the most emphasis of the fishing story, and I'll do it without the cigar in my mouth or taking another drag of it, I believe that it's in faith and in Christ doing that I got that fishing pole back, because he's really the one who knows the most of the feeling of how much I love that fishing pole. So there's a fishing story this morning, also emphasizing to myself outwardly that it's okay to do voiceovers and do skits and stuff, because that might be interesting on the channel to upload. And I'm getting to the workout uploads. Mainly, I've got my routines up that I like to stay doing consistently, so if you want to check those out on the channel, they're on there, not just the shorts. Swerve over and look at them, check them out, see if they're good ideas. If you're an advocate for working out and you have other ideas that you can add to a circuit, leave it in the comments. Good morning and have a good day. From Springfield.